Many say I am evil, but I am not. Many say I am different, but I am not. Many say I am insane, but I am not. I am lonely, I walk alone, with no one to comfort me, no one to love me. I used to be normal like you. Funny. I always hated being part of the normal crowd. You should appreciate what you have. You should pray that you never have to feel what I feel. Hate, depression, abandonment, betrayal. You have lives, you have hope. I lost these things to a madman. He is the one who is truly evil, not me! He stole my life, my hope, my everything. He left me to rot after his damned experiment. He welcomed me with open arms. He promised me a whole new life, one better than the one which I lived. He lied. He stole everything from me. I still remember the day. I was a strong boy, fresh out of high school. The sun was shining, but I was loathing. I felt like everyone I saw was staring me down, judging me, and oh, how they were. My walk from home, the final day from school, was its usual how kids would ride by in their cars and yell fag and douche. I simply had to take it. Or did I? A thought dawned on me. These kids are slowly killing me anyway. Why not make it quick and painless? I was blinded by grief. If I'd known then what I know now, then I would have never taken that rope from my basement. But where to do it? Not in my house. I hated my mom, but not enough to shatter her mentality. I picked an alley near the outskirts of town. I was halfway through wrapping it around the light post when he sulked into the alley. Young man, what are you doing? Ending it! Are you insane? Come with me. I believe I can help you. Help me? You're off your rocker, old man. Leave me to die in peace. No, I can't do that. He grabbed my arm. Come. When I struggled, he pulled harder. I fell and he caught me. He quickly dragged me inside and bolted the door behind us. Young man, I think I can help you. I know how you're feeling. Simply listen to me. Damn you, fine, but hurry. Life is a precious thing. What would you say if I could give you a new one? For free. I'd say, where the fuck do I sign? Good. I've been doing human anatomy research, and after a few experiments, I think I've mastered manipulation of the human form. I think I can make you into anything or anyone you want. Of course, there are circumstances. Like what? I pulled out a sheet of paper. Well, first off, sign here. Well, if I don't want to. No, that lies in the second circumstance. You don't have a choice. What? You heard me, my dear fellow. He pulled out a syringe filled with the green liquid. Now hold still. I tried to run. I tried to scream, but he grabbed me. He forced the needle into my neck and everything went black. I woke in a glass chamber. He had me in a suit for whatever reason. Seconds after I awoke, he entered the room in a lab coat. Hello, my friend. Did you have a nice nap? Where the fuck am I? That is not of your concern. All you have to do is sit back and let me do all the work. Let me out, you psychopath. I'll kill you. I'm not afraid, my child. You are going to sit there while I make history. History? Yes, when I successfully form a full-body transformation on you. You can't. Oh, but I can. He flipped the switch and began speaking to the microphone. Test, test. Good. Now let us begin with experiment 84-B. What the hell are you doing? Subject's vitals seem to be normal. His heart rate has skyrocketed, though. Brainwave activity is high, and its levels are normal. Let me go! Ready to begin experiment. He turned the lever, activating node 1, and he pulled. A bolt of energy pierced my body, tearing my very being apart. I couldn't scream. My vision blurred, and I was suddenly blind. Subject's appearance is beginning to warp, activating node 2. The pain increased. I felt my mouth close up and my eyes shut. Subject's face is completely morphed, activating node. A siren sounded. Error, error, meltdown process. He screamed, no. His face and limbs haven't fully developed yet. I must save the experiment. The last thing I heard was a loud crash. I woke again. Among the rubble, I could hardly see. As if a screen of some sort covered my eyes, my mouth felt as if it had been sewn shut. I couldn't breathe, for my nose had shut too. But somehow, I didn't need to breathe anymore. I got up. My arms and legs felt strange. It took me nearly a minute to regain control of them. I began to walk through the debris. A shattered computer lay near a dismembered foot. A trail of blood led me to a hallway, then a door. I could hear muffled grunts behind it. I opened the door and saw a policeman heave some fallen slabs away from another door. He turned, saw me, then he screamed and ran. I tried to yell for him to stop, but I couldn't speak, so I chased him. As I began to run, I felt my legs shifting as if they were growing while I moved. Suddenly I caught up to him, and when I reached him, I grabbed his shoulder. A tendril shot from my arm and impaled his chest. He cursed and fell. What the fuck just happened? I thought. I looked over his dying body. There was a gaping hole in his chest. There was nothing I could do to save him. I continued to follow the trail of blood, and I soon came upon the body of the man. He'd crushed under a fallen rafter. I lifted him up, not realizing until later the strength that task should have required. Angrily, I hurled his body at the wall, and it was splattered with a rain of blood. I tried to escape the building, but every turn was a dead end. I continued to search until I came into a bathroom. I needed to get his blood off my hands. I walked inside the bathroom and looked in the mirror and realized something. I didn't have a face. So now I am branded as a monster. I live in the nightmares of teens and adults alike. All because of that bastard. Soon after this experience, I discovered my true powers. I could stretch my arms and legs to unnatural lengths and even produce tendrils from my back. So after this whole experience, all I want is a friend. So I find people, children. They're usually the only ones who don't fill me with fear. I often play with them, but I cannot always control my body. Every now and again, I slip up and somebody dies. It's not my fault. I always seek companionship. This is my burden, and I carry it eternally. I do like pictures. I like sneaking into them. There are always people photographing wildlife, so I resigned to forest. I do what I do now to understand be photobombing, but whenever I track the person down because I wish to see what I look like in the photo, they run. One thing leads to another, and suddenly another person dies at my hand. I promise I never mean any true harm, but I lost sense of, well, everything. I no longer know how to be a person. Things never seem to go well for me. Someone always ends up dead. I simply ask you this. When you see me, do not run away. In fact, run towards me. Welcome me. It would mean so much to me, and it may just save your life. Then, how will you know me? I'm sure you've heard of me. If you haven't, you can easily find some photos of me on the internet. Simply go on Google and type in Slender Man.